Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thanks for tuning in to Kenshi, Birth of a Hive. Recap the rules or goals are here. And a reminder of last episode. So we left off, Delirious was leading the way back home. We had actually captured Seda, who is the, for all intents and purposes, the governor of Stack here. Meaning that Stack is going to go through a regime change, which is pretty cool. I'm planning on waging my war against the Holy Nation first and foremost because my closest ally, the Flotsam Ninjas, are mortal enemies with the Holy Nation. And I figured, if I really dislike slavery, these xenophobic slavers are more egregiously terrible than the non-xenophobic slavers. I mean, yeah, slavery is slavery. But, I suppose in the big scheme of things, I would much prefer to fight. Okay, that's a little weird. I saw a red dot over here. I don't even know why I was looking. This is a trade caravan that is queued up to visit me, but we're hostile. I don't know. I simply don't know. All right, so Delirious is running on back. So this is why the Holy Nation are so protective of their lands. They have really the only nice, they've got their own little Garden of Eden, religious implications intended. The nicest part of the whole Kenshi continent is locked down, Okran's Pride locked down by the Holy Nation. So while we are returning, I'm not all that interested. I mean, yes, they're enemies. Well, that's a drifting plastic surgeon. But the Holy Nation are enemies of my nation. But individually, the average farmer, I'm not so much interested to raid. They're military. Whoa, this military camp. So one thing that happens when regimes get turned is you get situations like this. I'm trying to get a little bit closer so I can look. This Holy Nation military base here, I think as you could tell, is just fog. All fog. What ends up happening is when leaders die, cities change, governors or owners or whatever you want to call it. And as the net result is, some of the Holy Nation holdings, some of their military bases, when they are lost, when the Holy Nation loses possession of them, fall to fog. So unfortunately, by defeating the Holy Nation, I do expand fog's reach. But a lot of the Holy Nation get taken over by the Flotsam Ninjas instead. So it's not all fog, which is good. I wouldn't want to basically install fog as the de facto leader of the West. That'd be problematic, and I wouldn't do that. Let's take a look at bounties here. Funny enough, yeah, Hella has a hell of a bounty. So does Moral Oral. I think Moral Oral has a big bounty because he was the initial kidnap of Seda. Doesn't really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm probably going to make a lot of enemies and have really, really high bounties. But yeah, I'm okay with a few bounties I'm at. That doesn't bother me much. All right, so in terms of primary weaponry, I think it's time for me to, while I'm waiting for Delirious to march back, let's get some of the hands of the Queen with some decent weapons. So Heresy already got the memo, I guess, and we're going to give her an Edge 1 weapon so I can mark her off my list. Or not mark her completely off, but basically say that she has a primary weapon. I don't know how likely it is that these guys all use their primary weapons. Cash, we're going to do the same for you. But I think it's important that they have them anyway, just in case, there is some sort of base raid and I just don't have the required people to defend. And then I'm also going to give her a secondary. Essentially, I'm trying to turn my my very red checklist into less red and more checked. So here's an Edge 2 and an Edge 1. So Cash, you're all set. G-Man. I don't think you have a weapon, or rather you have trash weapons. So edge 1 and edge 1. Blazer and Dig, you two need stuff. My Researcher, edge 1 and edge 1. I'm not really considering what kind of weapons they have, mind you. I'm just making sure that they have weapons. That doesn't necessarily mean they're proficient with them. It's just that, you know, if it comes down to fighting, the stronger the weapon, the more likely it is that we'll survive. Alright, I don't know. Where is Dig? He was pretty far away. We'll have to wait a second. Alright. Ooh, I missed. Edge 1 and an edge 2 secondary. So I'm out of edge 1s. Unless Crab... you have one, but that's okay. Good job, Dig. Get yourself an edge 2 secondary. And then on my list, the last one that needs a secondary would be Resnick. And he should be right here, so give him... Oh no, he had an edge 1... never mind. Am I wrong about that? Yeah, he's full edge 1. Oh no, it was Skith. Sorry, I looked at the wrong sheet. So Mr. Skith needs a secondary that is sufficient. So now you have an edge 2 secondary. I have Skith also not having a backpack. Do I not have a backpack anywhere? Let's check my police station. I think I might be out. Oh no, you have a backpack now. Oh, you just have the wrong backpack. Alright, well that's fine. I no, I guess he has the right backpack. Sorry, I am more or less rambling to myself. Alright, Skith, you're all set to go back to fuel crafting. So backpacks are definitely something I need to buy in supply. And with that, I could potentially do another trade run. So Osgolo, Honey, and Cookie. You know what? I'm going to wait because I would really like Honey and Cookie to have better strength training. Okay, we definitely... Oh, boy. It was an iron spider that took 3 shots and really hurt Green a lot. Yeah, I think those two need to train up a bit. Alright, so Delirious. Get us home. So swords here. I'm gonna wait till Acid to get all the way up to 65, but I'm not gonna run a caravan to buy stuff until Honey and Cookie are trained up because they are sort of constantly encumbered, and that doesn't allow us to travel very effectively. Delirious. That's an interesting little twisted transmission tower line thing. Alright. We are on the edge of the fog. I would say going up to the top of the hill is sort of fogland, but we are definitely getting home now. Alright, so I just queued them up to walk all the way home. So the idea is to ritualistically execute, maybe swap in some arms, change the roster around a little bit, and then redeploy pretty quickly thereafter. Maybe Queen wants to join them this time around. I'm not sure. Alright, Oboro, have you made that one toothpick? No, you haven't. Come on, man. I need a toothpick. So everybody at home, pretty much every single person in my entire hive has at least edge 1 weapons now. Oh, man, another time? You guys gotta start, or stop walking straight into the iron spiders. Which means, some screechers. Which means I don't so much need to keep them anymore, I guess. There is some characters that will never have weapons. Some of my patrons decided to be pacifists, like Dak here. Oh, speaking of Dak, he's sort of starving to death. Oh, man, I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah, not so bad. And then Talon, of course, is a martial artist, so no weapons there either. Another thing I could do for Talon is, let's get Talon some better armor. So the Masterwork Hive plate, I think it would be okay. It does hurt. It hurts martial arts bonus. I don't know. I don't know. Dig, do you not have work to do over at your wheat field? I suppose you don't. I was about to say something discouraging, like, you lazy lout, but, like, no, he's not lazy. He's so productive that the farm is fine. Okay, so I have a hard time believing that I've gone from a giant stockpile of iron to nothing. But it does say output's full. Keepers. No, no one is... There's not a person in this group. So here, Orange Chaos, I'm going to have you switch jobs for just a second. Haul to ore storage, haul to iron plates, and haul to steel bars. I'm going to try to get my my ore storage back up to something more respectable. Because it looks as if I just don't have the iron plates that I used to. Some of that is, I think, I'm just I'm using a lot of the ore for this stuff. Okay, so there's a steady arm. You know what I think I need to do? I need to hit Narco's trap. I'm gonna deliver what's his name, and then hit Narco's trap pretty shortly thereafter. So Knave, you've got yourself a scout leg that's pretty good, so I'm not gonna worry about you. But Rage, you got a left arm that definitely needs replacing, without a doubt. So ideally, what kind of left arms do I have? Thief left arm. It's not great. This steady left arm might be a little bit better because it has higher dex. Ideally, we would want a skeleton left. Oh, Hive skeleton left. That's a leg. Hive skeleton arm left. There we go. And Heresy, hopefully you get working on that. Alright, Crab, I think we're done with primary weapons, so you could just repeat Q leaf chop secondaries. We could use some primary edge 2s, but I want to fill up my secondaries first. We'll get the toothpick for Yuban, and then Yuban can practice crossbow training. Because Yuban doesn't have particularly high crossbow skills, we don't want to hook him up with like a powerful crossbow. He'll end up just shooting teammates, essentially. And that would be no fault of his own. That's just what happens when you're new at it. Carpo! You were strength training, and I had you sitting on a stool, so yikes, that's my fault. Hollow, same with you. Acid, one more. Point, and we'll have Honey or Cookie swap in. Alright, so most of these have been specialist. What I'm going to do is switch over to chain. And have Hendrik and... Where is Hendrik? Hendrik and Camel Spider build up a stockpile of armor plating. Talon, what was I going to do for you? I was potentially going to give you the leg plates, but honestly, they wouldn't help you. They would hurt you in a way. So I'm not going to do that. In terms of armor, Jay, what are you wearing now? Specialist. So Jay's all set. I forgot to mark him off. In terms of armor, I don't think I need specialist armor on anyone. Everybody that has something lower than specialist grade armor, there's a reason for it. Because they have some sort of class-specific requirement. Which means, really, any of my specialist armor here I can just throw away. And that helps to replace some of the raw iron that I need to build up. Okay, Orange Chaos just put a whole bunch of that away. Alright, so I have these guys managing the iron full time. I just think it's the amount of stuff I'm making that is the problem. Alright, so Euban, you should be in Keepers. Let's get you over here. And we're going to start to train Euban on crossbows. Skith, is there no more green fruit? Have I green fruited myself out of green fruit? I guess Angel would know. There is not green fruit down there. So Skith, I'm gonna send you down here and you're gonna clean some stuff up. So I'm gonna turn your jobs off for a moment. Swarm. You're closing in. Whatever happened to that trade caravan? Maybe they're just not coming. No, they're just sort of sitting there. I don't know what they're doing. In truth, I don't much care. Do whatever they want. Alright, so this wheat straw is done. Right, so I've had litter here for a long time now, so I'm definitely eager to clean it all up. Okay. And we'll tidy up the base a bit. Most of the... Oh, you know what? There's a... Is this a weighted wooden backpack? Or just a wooden backpack? I don't even recall. I put it there, but I don't really remember. So for whatever reason, I don't really... The Hive here doesn't use copper plating really ever. So it's not something I'm probably ever going to manufacture. It's just not a needed item. Let's see. The pearl cup can go in there. The meats can go up here. And while we wait for everybody to get back... Oh, right. This animal skin was impossible for me to pick up. I forgot about that. Is there a way for me to move it? I don't know. Maybe I'll rely on you guys. Let me know in comments, like how to deal with an animal skin that just refuses to be moved, etc. Because I honestly don't know. Not off the top of my head, at least. Alright, that's some cleanup. And Acid, you've hit the required weight. So we're going to swap you out. And I think Honey is going to be the first one in. So, Acid, I don't even see that you're hauling anything anymore. As you can see, his arm's up, but he's not holding anything. Which means, I don't know. I mean, we'll see about this. This is really confusing. Where is Honey? Come on, Honey. Let's go. Okay. I don't think there's an iron spider for me to pick up because there's an invisible interaction spot here, but I can't pick it up. So, Honey, you are going to go... Okay, so everybody else is home. The swarm is here. Let's get them all the way over. Acid, you are going to put down your invisible spider. And everybody else is going to lose their stay close to Acid job. Because he's no longer the person to follow. We'll put you back into here. Cookie, I want you to come over and inspect that backpack. Or actually, Pillar, you're standing right there. What's going on with that thing? Okay, that thing is ready to be used, but doesn't have contents in it yet. So, Honey and Cookie are both going to queue up for this. Honey, you need to find yourself an iron spider. Now, it's possible that I could use goats. I saw that. Actually, Boops, the goat I have, suggested it as a possibility. But knowing me, and I joked in the comment, but knowing me, I would probably starve him to death, not realizing that goats need to eat food, or just, like, simply forgetting. And I don't really want to be in that scenario. So, all right, Cookie, you have that backpack. So, Honey and Cookie need to go find an iron spider to use. And Delirious, we are going to... Ron, let's have you deliver Seta. Put Seta down. Queen, where is Queen? Queen's there in the keepers. Queen, go grab Seta. And I really don't even know what to do with Seta. Guess I'll just kill him. Seta dead. Not that ritualistic. Queen taking Seta into the throne room, murdering him. And now I'm gonna have to go all the way to my corpse burner. Burn his corpse. So Rage... I am going to drop Rage from this group here. Go to Keepers, and then Little Light, you're going to join them. Let's follow Delirious. Delirious, you're going to walk us over to ammo and stuff so we can re-up our ammo and medical supplies. Green, I'm going to drop that Ashland hat. That's for Silvershade. Although Silvershade is... yeah, Silvershade, go loot that. Alright, that's good enough. Let's go get some more food. Delirious, you were the bearer of food. Queen. I'm going to have you dispose of the corpse yourself. Why are you still staying close to acid? You realize acid's no longer the, I feel like their jobs got stuck. They don't have jobs anymore, but they keep doing it anyway. Alright, Delirious. Have you stockpile on food, and everybody's going to follow you, and you are going to lead the way. We're going to go to the north path this time. Alright, I'm not quite done with Skith. Queen, did you kill... Yeah, you must have disposed of Seta. I don't see you holding him. Queen wants to tap into the squad here. She wants to be part of the group that takes down the Narco's trap. So, let's go have Moral Oral. Or actually, Second Chance. Hold on, I gotta check. Gonna have to tab out for just a second. I apologize. I have some of my patrons request that they are base guards. So off the top of my head, yeah, indeed, I was right. Second Chance, you wanted to guard the base. So I'm going to have you give your spot up to Queen. We're all going to follow Delirious. And Delirious, you are going to take us to Narco's trap. That's where we're headed next. So I do have a little bit of research left to do. Robotics, hydroponics, that kind of stuff. And there are only a few spots left in the whole continent that has research for me. Little Light, you're falling way behind. No, this lineup's not gonna work. Little, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're gonna have to sit this one out until you're a little stronger. You're too little. Acid, we'll have you join. He's not strong enough to march at marching speed. Oh, here's one Iron Spider. Crunch. Oh, and another one. Perfect. So we'll patch up. Cookie, pick up. Honey, pick up. I think if I don't kill the spiders, they don't actually despawn. That might be an imagination, but I think they're despawning because they're dead. So if I leave them on my shoulders, just not killed, maybe they don't disappear. So the Queen has some repair kits and med kits, so I don't need to resupply on that, which is why I didn't. Let's get moving. And then the swords here, Cookie and Honey, will... Oh, you guys, everybody here, bodyguard. Cookie. Cookie, you need to fill your backpack as well. Little Light, you're heading back. So Cookie, let's switch backpacks. It's not a lot of weight, but that should be enough to get you fully encumbered. Destroy your medic job and have you start to haul water. And then everybody else should be following you. And strength training as a result. Builders is pretty close to being done as well. Look at that group. So yeah, quite encumbered. Good, that's exactly what we want. Alright, so Beep's guarding the base with Thor, Pillar, Little Light. Just because you're left out, like, aka guarding, does not mean I dislike the character or whatever. It's really not like that. Little Light and Rage, I'm going to have you wait at the robotics shop because you are going to need, you're going to need better limbs. Okay, we can quit making toothpicks in the weapons queue. Yubin, you want to probably go into the police station and train on crossbows. So That's turret training, assassin training, training dummy. Turret training is just for turrets, right? Is there no crossbow training? Hang on. Building. No, I suppose they're not. Well, you can train on turrets as well. That wouldn't hurt. So in terms of the arms we have, we need decent left arms. So these two are the best two I have for now, I think. And we are currently in the process of trying to make some better ones. So there's one. Now, Little Light, your left arm is almost the same stats as your right one. And Rage, you have a particularly heinous left arm, so we'll get that repaired for you. Look at how perfect this is. The amount of weight that he has versus the equipment. It's almost too perfect. All right, and he's running over from the starter island. What about we haven't been doing a whole lot of weaponsmithing, I think because we just are low on steel. I could get a second refinery, but I don't actually see that. Okay, Orange Chaos. I'm going to have you haul to the iron refineries and then to ore storage. I think I just need more people to sort of make it run more smoothly. Talon, yeah, I don't have pants for you. Little Light. Yeah. Oh, no, you had the better arm. Okay, Little Light, you can go back over there. Rage, you're already running back. I don't know where you're going. Get over here. Swarm. Keep on heading over. Yeah, these drills are full. We just might need more help getting the process going. Specialist. That's clearly not the quality I was hoping for, but that's okay. Armor plating is getting stacked up a bit. That's good. Alright, Rage, I am done waiting for you. You keep running back or whatever. Where are you, dude? I'm trying to give you a better arm because you have this dinky little twig as an arm. And you definitely want to upgrade. So stop running back. Alright, so I'm going to keep high in specialist quality stuff. Oh, that's economy. And I'm just going to destroy the rest. Ideally, we'll have masterwork arms. I'm just burning them up because I don't really care. I don't need to make money. So now your arm is better. Definitely better. Okay, having everyone hang out. Okay, this is a little awkward. Second chance, you were not supposed to come on the trip here. I'm gonna have you turn around. Thorns, you're being attacked by cannibals. Just keep moving. I know, a little callous. But I'm not interested in taking down cannibals. They're a bit below my pay grade at this point. Unless I'm taking out the cannibal capital. Which I'm sure I'll do at some point. But right now I wanted to take out stack. And what will be interesting is next time I get near stack, it should have a regime change. We should actually visibly see that. Skith, you were, I'm sorry to say, sort of the trash man, so I'm going to have you continue being trash man. Oh boy. I'm actually very surprised that the stuff here persisted as long as it did. A lot of the time it will despawn, and this really truly hasn't, so I suppose I might as well clean it up, or it will never be cleaned up. Oh, all the generator cores. Yeah, silly me. So Cookie. Honey, rather. You're supposed to be, carrying this stuff. Now you're encumbered. Good. So 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 37. Muhammad is the least. Well, let's fix that. 50, 50. Okay, everybody's fully encumbered. Good. And Builders is almost done with his training. Same with Pharaoh. Pharaoh's getting pretty close. Same with Seiko. Training's going good. Training's going real good. And then as soon as the Caravaneers are trained, I'll be able to do trade runs a lot faster because they won't be slowed down by their lack of ability to hold their own gear, which is important. So while I'm en route, Second Chance is heading home. While I'm en route, Delirious, you are going to cut south now. I didn't want to go through Blister Hill to get to Narco's trap. I'm not really interested in taking that fight just yet. I will at some point, but not just yet. Fine. I'll just burn that. Have nowhere else to put it. So I don't really know what to do about the animal skin that's floating there. That's a mystery for another time. But I will clean the rest of this up. This is just remnants from the past buildings that I had that never really got tidied. As you can see, the strength training squad's going strong. I think that's all that I really need to do around here. Should be a little bit, yeah, there's a little bit more copper. I like how he's mining from within the hut. That's kind of, I mean, I obviously didn't plan that, but I think it looks awesome and weird. You know, violating some fundamental rules of physics, but cool nonetheless. Taking a look at the swarm here, you guys all seem a bit aimless. Okay, the move order, that move order did work. Now, I know I can't purposely sever limbs or anything like that. We did vote against that. That would be really nice for the Caravaneers to be able to, you know, run a little faster, but I won't be going that far. Skith, you've delivered that, and now is there no green fruit? I think maybe what we have to do for Angel, wherever Angel is to switch the materials that she's using to cook. to keep cycling around. So where is she? I'm like staring, but not comprehending. Oh, she's right. Well, she's right here. So she is... We're empty on green fruit, but not cactus anymore. So the cooking stove I want her working at is the dust switch one. And now there she goes. Trying to keep everybody fed. It's a lot of population for one cook, but given that I seem to have plenty of food, I think she's managing it quite well. Okay, Builders is almost done. Let's switch over to Delirious here. You guys seem to get stuck like a whole lot. I'm going to take some manually control over here because they haven't been moving for a while. In the very, very rugged terrain of these mountains, it can be quite difficult to pathfind. And that's what's happening is I'm right-clicking somewhere on the map that is like a mountain that is impassable. And as a result, Delirious is unable to pathfind to it. Hi, Decatist. Bye, Decatist. We just whizzing by him. Him and his... I guess I could get him scout legs at some point, but he doesn't have to move very far. Okay, there we go. That's some good pathing. Well, look, we're bushwhacking. We're not even using the roads. Red Rain and Thorns is like, guys, I can't fit through there. Yeah, whose problem is that? It's mine, but like, you know. They'll catch up. This war party doesn't run that fast, is the simple fact of the matter. Because they're not... you know, Delirious, for instance, hasn't gone through strength training. Not all of them has. Come on, you don't... Okay, they do know how to move down there. So the Drowned Ruins, I'm I've always been curious if there's a way to get to the armor without having to start at the river's mouth, but now that I look at it, I don't really see that it's possible. Alright, so Queen, just fall back towards Delirious. Frenchie got stuck. Everybody converge here. Who are you? Some skeletons. Frenchie, are you so stuck that I need to go pick you up? No, you're not. Get moving, buddy. Queen fell behind, but that was my own fault. Alright, so here we are. And we are closing in Narco. So Narco's trap is sort of where the Holy Nation takes all of the illicit research stuff that they confiscate from everybody, and they put it into one quite well-guarded tower. Yeah. And then there's a very similar thing owned by the United Cities called Tengu's Vault, which is the Emperor's Vault of goodies. So Narco's Trap and Tengu's Vault are very, very similar in that they are sort of artifact Fort Knox. Fort Knox is an American bank fort thing. I mean, you can Google it, but yeah, for all the people that aren't American, that's what that reference means. All right, so some of the guys here are having their flesh burned off because of this acid rain. That's not good. So here are the High Paladins and everybody that guard this place. Quick analysis. There are crossbow mounts over here. The real vault is up in there, but I'm going to have to contend with this military camp first. So I'm going to park myself on the blind side where there are no crossbows, and let's go piss these guys off. So my crossbow people are going to stand at the ready. And we will start cutting down Holy Nation, which is what I really should have done. Metal, you don't need to go that far. Is oh wow, there we go. There's some folk. So I should have set up camp too. Now, what I do find funny is this acid rain really hurting them just as much as it's hurting, you know, the few of my foggers that are with me. They are good and melting. Now, most of the guards that I've faced so far have been just High Paladins and Holy Sentinels, which are not the highest tier. But I'm not ready to commit to a full base raid. I'm trying to whittle their numbers down. Okay, fine. Delirious really wants a full base raid. Let's give it to them. I think I can handle it. This is a little bit easier than attacking stack, although not easy. Fortunately, my dudes are super, super well geared and pretty strong at that. But even then, you know, people do get hurt, possibly killed. Every time we go to battle, there's a possibility of death. Permanent death. Hess is unconscious, but not bleeding out too seriously. Alright, Queen, I'm going to have her start to execute the field here, because there's really not a reason not to. Now, I know I haven't changed over to my Eagle Crosses yet. I can't tell you exactly when I plan on it, but I do plan on it, I guess, when we start to get Masterworks, rather than the high or special grade. Alright, Knave is down, but not too serious either. Now, if you've noticed, most of their gear has terrible coverage and is worth but pennies. So there is not much of an economic incentive in attacking the Holy Nation. In fact, I would go so far as to say, if I was to change things about vanilla Kenshi, it would be that the Holy Nation has a lot better, stronger gear. Because, in my opinion, it doesn't actually make all that much sense that the Holy Nation controls such a significant amount of the map with such dramatically inferior arms and armor. That part never really made sense to me, because the United Nation, their elite guard actually does sport some pretty decent armor, but the and I guess the very, very, very few elite of the Holy Nation has some decent stuff, but the vast majority of them have trash. Now, I don't think there's going to be much in the way of stealing here, but I'm only picking the locks so that Queen could train, because, you know, it's worth having her never be able to be locked up in prison ever again. We have a lot of unconscious, but I'm not all that concerned. I don't think anyone's going to die. The quality of my armor is pretty high. That killing blows are difficult to land. Alright, Queen must have picked it because she's here patching people up. No, she didn't. Alright, pick success. And a bunch of trash. Once you have a decent amount of money, the benefit of stealing diminishes. There's really not a lot of places in the entire world that have like amazing gear. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these are all owned beds, and I'm not going to be able to use them. And some of our guys are pretty significantly wounded. So Queen's just picking that for like pick skill. Yeah, it isn't mine. I know. Yeah, could you... Okay, that's a little bit faster. I'm going to go outside and set up camp. How far do I have to be? The blue means it's too close to town. So I need to go far enough that it turns green. Queen. Queen's not hurt at all. And I want her to keep picking. Now, she is potentially in danger being here alone, but I think she'd be alright. I forgot to drop that armor, didn't I? Green. Oh, I think someone regained consciousness and attacked Queen, and everyone got pissed. Okay, getting everybody... Oh, Acid is regained consciousness. Queen, go back in there. Some of the most wounded I will get healed up. Yeah, we some people did not take a whole lot of damage, but some people really did. Queen, actually, you're gonna have to repair Knave. His leg got quite a bit destroyed. Oh, let's see here. Oh, we did loot it. Or pick through it. So, Heart Protector. Yeah, I'll steal that blueprint. MK1 Falling Suns. Now, we did want to collect all the books. We're not necessarily going to revere the books, worship the books. They're like, you know, they're version of a, you know, Bible or whatever. But that doesn't mean it's valueless. It is important to understand your enemies. So we'll start collecting the Guiding Light. Understand our mortal enemies a little bit better. Some old trader leathers. I don't think there's anything else up there. All right, hello, you're all healed up. Give way to Ron. Green. Alright, Queen's being attacked, so I'm going to have her walk out of there. So I don't want to lose her. I really should stop, like, sending her to do stuff by herself, and I'll quit that now. Now that she just got attacked. She's in, despite the fact that she's a crossbow person, she's in ridiculously heavy armor for a very good reason, so that if enemies do land hits, they're not fatal or even near fatal, and that way the series doesn't end. So let me start regrouping the people that are fully healed in one big pile, so I can sort of sort. And then anyone that needs healing can be put down for a nap. I could have deployed more beds, but I figured this is enough. So we have defeated most of the guards. There's not too much left for us to do here other than to do the looting. But there are people, I think, in the trap itself that I'll have to be wary of. Okay, so who attacked me? I wanted to give Queen a chance to lockpick practice, but not to get slashed while doing it. Whoever attacked me, they have left, I guess. This over here should be a guard tower. Is there people in here? Man, who left all the lights off? I don't really see anyone. I think these, if memory serves, these storm houses are like vacant, oddly vacant. Yep. A lot of these are just sort of, you know, design. They don't serve purpose. Delirious, go to the top of that tower and figure out if anyone's home. They'll attack him if they are. Nope. No one's home. Alright, Queen, you got through another one, so we'll take the Holy Flame. Oh, there you are. Who are you? Oh, you are Inquisitor Siren. Okay. Alright. Everybody dies. Yes, they do. Moral oral. You go ahead and kidnap him. I'm having moral oral pick up. That's another Holy Flame, so I don't really need that. Because it's really easy to identify moral oral in a crowd. And that way, you know, I don't make the mistake of putting them down. Although I've already made that mistake, so I take sorta take that back, because I had moral oral put people down before. All right, who got hurt in that? Acid. But not too seriously. Not to the point where I need to stop what I'm doing and go heal. So lockpicking at 16. Alright, I'm getting to the point where I feel like I've trained up enough with Queen. I mean, she could definitely do more, but that I'm becoming impatient, I should mostly say. Holy Crusade, that's another book. Caught stealing. Who's around me to even catch me? No, is that a new book? Scripture of Radiance, sure. Just a reminder that you all voted that I gather all of the books of the world. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. Is when the holy nation falls, a lot of their books sort of disappear. There's like really not much of a way to get the books anymore. So that's why I'm making sure to grab them now. Let's see here. Hella Obsidian, or rather, Moral Oral. How hurt is Mr. Cranky Pants? Oh, Mr. No Cranky Pants, because I'm sticking his pants away. And the dude's gonna get right naked pretty quick. I'm gonna patch him up, because he's gonna see my throne before he dies. I guess that's what we're doing. But of course, he doesn't have an execute button. I can't tell you why he doesn't, but he doesn't. Some of us are burning. Weather, right? And here is the trap. Or, yeah, Narco's trap. It has security spider guarding, and it will have a lot of the research that we've been after this whole game. But I'm just about out of time, so we've beaten the barracks at Narco's trap, but not fully executed their leader or anything like that. So that will be coming up next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy all of the war and combat. Trying to spice it up for you all. If you have any suggestions for me, tips, feedback, anything like that, drop me a line in comments or on Discord. I'll catch you all later. Hope you enjoyed. Adios.